The pharmaceutical industry is very powerful than the voodoo, okay? It wasn't so before, but due to the devolved state of the melanin, we are now having a situation where now the pharmaceutical industry is upheld, and now the voodoo consciousness is not something to talk about. The most stupid consciousness ever you will find is the voodoo consciousness, because do you know something? The voodoo that you see these days are not the real voodoo. They are all under the system that initiates pharmacy, okay? Now, for pharmacy to be pharmacy, they had to strip off the melanin's voodoo power, okay? Now, the voodoo power is very cellular, okay? What is making cells, what is making the melanin or the melanated being powerful is the fact that he is a living voodoo, okay? When we say voodoo, voodoo is not far from the person, right? But you see, as men kept devolving, their power was taken. When men shifted from self into other things, their power was taken. So this capitalist system is more powerful than the voodoo. I'm telling you right now. And the voodoo that you are seeing these days is not the real thing, okay? It's not the real thing. Voodoo was occurring in the people. Voodoo, there wasn't any carvings or image that was acting as an intermediary for the manifestations of the voodoo powers. Listen to me very carefully. The voodoo power is now in the hospital and the church. Listen to me very carefully. I explained to you about genes, okay? Genes. Genes are from us. Genes are from us. I said, in the beginning was a very high vibration. Listen to me. In the beginning was a very high vibration. Powerful matriarchal. I told you God is a woman. In the beginning was a very high vibration. And men were so much connected to their gene. Now listen. Gene. Gene. Listen. That gene spirit that we are talking about is very cellular. It's you. In the beginning, there wasn't any idol worship. There wasn't any abosomsem. So be careful when you are talking about voodoo. Because voodoo is not outside the people. Voodoo is in the people. If you see these voodoos these days, it is the fact that men have failed to connect to self, and they've come out there. Religion is the same as voodoo. The pharmaceutical industry has thrived because they use the voodoo energy. So right now, pharmaceutical industry has become more powerful than these voodoo that you see these days. Oh, these voodoo people that you see these days, they are very stupid people. They will just take your money. They are very stupid. They have nothing. They have no power. They can't do anything. They are very stupid people. I'm telling you the reality. Situations has taught me very great lessons. These activations that I'm having, I'm seeing, I'm experiencing, has taught me a great lesson. Voodoo is very stupid. They will just take your money. Oh yes, I'm telling you the truth. Because, listen, there was a guy who told me that, oh, there is this powerful person who is going to help me with grounding the woman. Listen to me. I was like, okay, The person didn't tell me that it was voodoo. So I was like, oh, okay, no problem. Right now, I just need her to be quite calm to connect with the baby. I don't care about the fact that she has become hyper and she's speaking her truth. I just want her to connect to the baby. So if there is a herbal medicine that will ground her in a way to connect to the baby, I have no problem. I connect to the herbs. I believe in herbs. Not knowing this guy was taking me to a voodoo place. Now, when I went to the voodoo place, my woman told them that you people, oh, my woman, he really insulted them. My woman is a powerful goddess. Who she's a powerful fetish priestess. I want her to ground. That is the only thing, ground for the child, right? I've been apologizing and begging her that she should just come down to see the baby, because the cloud that she has reached, she's not even seeing the baby. That's my only problem. So now, when I went there, I was like, okay, let's go. You said you know a herbalist. Not knowing it was a voodoo place. The way my woman dealt with them, the idol was even shocked. There is nothing in those idols. There is nothing in them. There is nothing. Let me tell you, I said, the power of the melanin has been taken. The power of the melanin, has been taken into the pharmacy and the church. My woman even said it. She said, Nana Kwame, listen, the marijuana that you people are smoking, that energy has been binded inside the church. She has been binded. The marijuana energy is in the church. I was so much shocked. Oh no, she told me that, do you know that the marijuana energy is binded in the church? Yes. That is why they have these religious centers that seeks to ground people they call mad out of marijuana in a low vibration way, in a very low vibration way. So my woman told me, please, let's leave this place. Let's leave this place. Let's leave this place. And I had to listen to her. I actually serve her. No matter what, I connect to her. I listen to her. This whole CS depression has also been a projection of depression on me. So sometimes I get quite frustrated and it's like, okay, let's go here. And my woman will be watching me like that. It will be like, hey, Nana Kwame. All because I just need her to connect to the child. The most stupid thing ever, when I went there, and I saw these kind of carvings and idols, I was like, this guy. I thought you said you were bringing me to a herbalist. Now people should know, herbals or herbs and voodoo, they are different. The fact that you know herbs doesn't connect, has anything to do with voodoo. Voodoo is different. Herbs are different. There are people who are enlightened in herbs. They have the gift in them. They can contact energies to know which particular herbs are helping. But they don't practice these kind of voodoo. So but right now, you see, we are having a time where it's like people are mixing voodoo and herbs. And one stupid thing the person said was that there will also be a doctor who will come and check. And I was like, a doctor. Then why don't I take her to the hospital? If there is a doctor, then why don't? Because in the beginning, it wasn't so. In the beginning, the herbalist had the psychic ability to scan you and to heal you. We don't need to check vitals and temperature again. No. They just omo di ahaban ne kan wa na ho ato. If we say honhom bia aso nipa mu bia na ye di ahaban na yi. The herbs are strong. And listen, herbs are powerful. Even let me tell you, herbs are entities. They are voodoo. Herbs are voodoo. Are you getting it? Herbs are separate voodoo. They are voodoo on their own. You see, as I'm saying, listen to me. I said that a man is a living voodoo. Everything that is around you is also a voodoo. As you connect with nature, that is voodoo at work. It's so powerful. I have learned lots of lessons. See, I never thought that some things are going to come to me at this point. But trust me, the universe has really taught me a lot. I have learned a lot through this whole situation. The frustrations, the low vibrations, the confusions, the upliftment, they are all lessons. The support, I appreciate everybody. So right now, the voodoo that you are seeing is very stupid. Don't ever enter either a church or a shrine. They are all one. Oh, but right now, do you know something? Right now, let me tell you the reality. The power has been taken from the melanin into the church. The Yahweh consciousness thing that we are talking about is voodoo. Pharmacy is voodoo. Are you getting it? That is why the native doctors, they still have health insurance cards. That is why these native doctors, they still go for checkup. That is why these pastors, they still have insurance card. All the churches, all the schools, all the system, all the mechanisms of humanity are under the pharmaceutical industry. So now it looks like no matter how spiritual you think you are, you still need to go and get your vaccination cards, and you still need to go and get your health insurance. Because it's like, hey, what if any emergency happens? What if something happens? The slavery is in the mind. It's a capitalist slavery. Listen. All these voodoo people, they are under the Yahweh consciousness. I also mean that they are under survival. They need money. I told you that God in this matrix context means survival. People are doing what they are doing because they need to have money in their pocket. The same as the pharmacy. Pharmacy is a very great business. Pharmacy is a marketing firm. Are you getting it? Voodoo. So the difference between the pharmacy, the church, and the voodoo and this so-called shrine voodoo is that you are just seeing an idol, which is making you feel that you are going the traditional way. Listen to me very carefully. Listen. Right now, people think they are going the traditional way, but they are still under the Yahweh consciousness. Because listen to me very carefully. At the end of the day, it's all on survival. The capitalist energy is not a joke. When we are talking about capitalism, we are talking about the fact that your pastors, your native doctors, your doctors, everyone is seeking for money to be okay. Trust me. This thing I'm telling you is not a joke. The voodoo energy is now in the church because men stopped connecting. men disconnected from self into finding answers outside. That led them to the alien. That led them to the Caucasian alien. Listen to me very carefully. So, the Yahweh consciousness that we are talking about is simply the fact that men have given their energy, their living voodoo energy inside their genes to that entity. Men have given their genes to the entity. Men have traded their genes to the entity. That's why now we are having, so now it looks like it looks like there is something powerful than the voodoo. So now listen, they've made you think that voodoo is about idol worship, okay? So now it looks like in the name of Jesus, every voodoo energy, we break all the idols. You see that frequency? But no, it's not like that. That in the name of Jesus thing that you are even saying and talking, it's a jinn energy, it's a voodoo. So it's like a bigger voodoo subduing a sub voodoo. The voodoo that you see these days, that they pour alcohol and they pour Fanta and Coca-Cola, they are all stupid. And my partner's issue has confirmed it. The guy lied to me, and because there was much frustration, honestly, because the baby is deprived of breast milk, and I'm just feeling for the child. It doesn't keep me, or it didn't keep me in that vibration to know that this guy was actually seeking to just take my money or something. I admit, I accept it. I accept it. That, trust me, I wasn't, because it was too much for me. I just need my woman to ground, to connect to the child, in as much as activation is ongoing. That's my problem. That ended me with those people. And when we went there, my woman really disciplined them. She really disciplined them. Oh, she just walked on, she just passed by the adults, talk, insult, everything. If there is power, why is there no striking or something? I said it's nothing. It's the men. Listen, if somebody takes you to those kind of voodoo shrine, listen, you should know that we are the people that are making illusions real. Somebody takes somebody to shrine. Somebody takes somebody to shrine to deal with the person. The thing is going to work because the person that they are going to do the voodoo on has lost connection with reality and self. And that's what we are seeing now. We are seeing an anything is possible world. We are seeing an anything is possible world. We are seeing everything is possible world. Hey, we are seeing a world that people can just consult a stone to destroy somebody. Come on. The person has a stone. A stone. The person pours alcohol on the stone and the person uses it to destroy somebody. Have you seen the reality we are seeing? Because the people are not connected to self. The people are not becoming responsible. And a lot of things has confirmed this reality to me. So they are trying to take advantage of the fact that I've become vulnerable. What is my vulnerability? My vulnerability is in the fact that the child needs to be breastfed by her own mother. And it's not happening that way. Is the child going to rely on Cerelac and NAN 1 and NAN 2? No, the child is not going to be healthy because it's processed. The child needs a fucking breast milk. And I need to do whatever it takes to make sure that the child is breastfed. So these are trying moments I'm finding myself. I'm finding myself in a more trying moment. And one thing that has helped me in these times is the fact that I have guided my family so much on a certain dietary pattern that has really helped. If not for that, I think conditions would have been much worse. We do fast a lot. We fast. And that is why my family hasn't gone into that worst form of unquote madness, okay, where it would be like maybe my partner will be picking some things on the floor to eat. No, that's a low vibration. She never did that. She was still conscious of herself and she was still covered. I appreciate everybody for this time. Please, I want to give you this advice. Never trust these voodoo that you see. These shrines are not voodoo. They are just come and coined things. You may be thinking that consulting these things, you are going the traditional way. But you know tradition? Tradition is when men are using their own soul to connect to nature without any intermediary. We don't need intermediary. God is a woman. We don't need intermediary. You need to connect to her. She is a woman. She is God. She is the earth. She is the universe. If you want to see God, don't look up in the sky. Look around you. It's very powerful and significant. Trust me, I've learned so much lessons. And the universe has used this whole family thing to teach me a very great lesson. And it's so powerful. I never lost my position. I never lost my consciousness. Everything is intact. I'm still getting my downloads. My intuitions are still strong. Though I admit to the fact that I get frustrated and make decisions I shouldn't make, which is also karmic. So I got my karma when I listened to a guy and I went to a place where, for all I know, it was just an idol shrine. And I have never seen, or I have never hoped for an idol solving my problems for me. And actually, when we went there, it became worse. My woman became worse because my woman was very angry at what she was seeing. She opened her mouth to say that all these idols here, they are all meant to serve me. So Nana Kwame, take me out of here. Nana Kwame, take me out of here. Trust me, let me tell you, it is better to take someone to the hospital for treatment than to those people. They are very stupid. Because trust me, the pharmaceutical industry have a certain secret. And that secret is that same voodoo energy that lies with the melanated being, that they've taken it away from them. And how did they take it away from them? They first of all had to shift our own people into money, into capitalists. So the power of the melanin was taken through a certain trade. Men sold themselves for money. For money. When our men saw the gold, or when our men had the gold, it took an alien to convince them that this gold that you are holding, it is equivalent to $1,500. So come and bring the gold and take the $1,500. So the greatest dark magic ever, or the greatest voodoo that has ever happened on humanity, was to make humanity trade their energy, their natural ability for money. These aliens don't bear the power that the melanin has. And the only way they can take the power of the melanin is to shift them into a certain money chase, is into a certain money goal, monetary goal, monetary goal, monetary goal, monetary goal, monetary goal, monetary pursuit. So all these so-called self-acclaimed voodoo shrines are all doing what they are doing because they also need to be called the richest people, which they can never get there. They are very stupid people. So there's the drawing line. Let's keep going into ourselves, because trust me, I'm using myself as an example.